Hey folks, welcome back to Fresh Produce. I'm Pete from BTI. Now, the light's getting a little lower, the days are shorter. I'm even starting to see a little twilight on my commutes home from work, so that means it's time to start talking about lights. Whether you are a commuter out there on your own, a mountain biker, or somebody at the shop level thinking about adding some lights to your inventory, let's dive into a new group of lights on the BTI shelves. These are new lights from Lezyne, and they've brought a bunch of new technologies in to bring great build quality and a high lumen to cost ratio. So let's run through the line and see what might be most applicable to your needs. All right, starting with their top of the line Light Plus and the Strip Pro. This little light, basically a commuter sized light, packs 1200 lumens. So this thing really is bright enough for some trail riding. And I think Lezyne will say that the beam range and the look of the beam also really well applicable. They've done a ton of work on the optics on these guys, so they're going to give you a good beam pattern so you can really see the trail ahead of you. Also, I feel like this is small enough you can easily toss in your waist pack, jersey pocket, and pull out when the light gets low, or if you do have a mechanical out on the trail, it's always really smart to carry something extra. So this is one of their top of the line lights, really made for real night riding, and still small enough to just disappear when you don't need it. A couple other things to point out on this light and really the whole range. These things are IPX7 rated, so really good waterproofing. The front lights charge on a USB-C, and at least in the top of the line, they have a super fast charge time. So they've optimized some of the new smartphones to just take in power really fast. You don't need to leave these on the charger overnight in most cases. All right, moving down the line. Next one is the Micro Plus. This one is 800 lumens. Still, a little smaller form factor, super bright. And on this one, it comes with a different rear light. This one's called the KTB Pro Plus, and a little different feature on this. Instead of being a USB-C, if you are commuting, I think this is a nice option. It's got a full-size USB built right into the bottom, so you can just plug that into your computer at work or a wall charger wherever you are. Pretty nice little feature there. Prices. We talked about the value ratio on these guys, so let's just touch on that. This 1200 lumen front light paired with a really bright 400 lumen rear light, we are looking at $135 retail. So that's a great price for a high quality build and all those lumens. When we move down to the 800 lumen version, now we're at $85 retail. Stepping down to the 500 lumen version, now $72 at retail for a front and rear light. Again, still fully CNC'd, still that IPX7 rating, and all the other features we talked about. So that's where I really think this is going to hit home for a lot of riders out there. It's just the ratio of brightness, build quality to cost. Right. Now, touching on a few of the more unique lights or systems that Lezyne has. This one is the KTB Pro Smart Pair. Now, what we've got going on here is just a 200 lumen front and a 75 lumen rear. But these can be paired together with the Lezyne app. You only have to do it once, and then the point is you can click the power button on the front light and the rear turns on as well. So if you're one of those folks that always forgets your rear light, or you head out to your ride and it's still on from the day before, you've used all your battery, this is a pretty cool system in a really small light package. And this light goes for $70 retail for the kit, front and rear. Okay. Now, kind of in that same vein of the smaller, more commuter style lights, here we've got the Zecto Drive Plus pair. And man, these are really small, but they just have a huge punch. They're up at 250 watts. So if you're on the road a little more often or really just need the light as kind of an emergency type feature, these things will just disappear and be so small and light, but still pack a ton of brightness when you need them. This pair comes in at $75. It's got the same IPX7 rating, still USB-C rechargeable, and these ones have a pretty unique little clip system, so you can actually clip these on a bag, on your belt, on your jersey pocket as well. So a little different there. They also have elastic straps for a nice secure fit on your seat tube or handlebars. All right, I also want to take a minute to point out a really unique feature on this Zecto Drive Pro Alert version of their taillight. This thing has a motion sensor in there basically that is putting out a normal pattern while you're riding. And then as you come to a stop, it shines a brighter alert and keeps that going for a few seconds as you stop. So we know there's a ton of distracted drivers out there on the road that need to do a better job watching for cyclists, but we can also do our part trying to catch those drivers' attention. And this is a really great way to get started on that. So let's do a little demonstration here. Get to a nice kind of basic pattern. Okay, so we're just riding along with the light on, and as you stop and slow down, it just changes the pattern a little bit. One thing Lezyne has worked a lot throughout the whole rear light range, and even for the fronts in the daytime modes, they're using a really disruptive flash pattern. So doing what they can to catch drivers' eyes, and I think it's pretty effective when you look at some of these flashing patterns. Super, super bright. So thanks for watching today. I think in my eyes, the Lezyne light line packs a ton of value for good price points with very good build quality and tons of lumens. I think they've got a great range to fit a lot of different cyclist needs out there. If you want to try one on your own bike, make sure you ask at your local bike shop and tell them BTI sent you.